For sure. Check, check, check. 1, 2. Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Checking the mic in the back. 1, 2. Cool.
Yeah, but you have to wait in line, and those lines are all the way around.
Sometimes I wonder if you just cross the border and then use the state lotto app. You just have to GPS beat in the state to use it.
I don't know, but I'm just realizing something bad.
Like a CFFC like little text group like send text and stuff.
Like one point
I was playing video games with kids. I was trying to do this football and really bad. I'm like, really talk about football in here, man. No, usually like you just see like all the players crying and stuff.
I'm gonna go up to my car.
And then it was crazy because like just wake up the next morning and like national economy, like and then like I don't know if that's true. The first thing he said, the first thing he wrote was like the game. Like I don't know if somebody made that up because it sounded cool, but I was like, if that fucking is true, like that's a fuck. Yeah. Wow. It's crazy too that like obviously I was so new to this bubble, but as far as and at first I thought the announcers were just kind of guessing. It sounds like the NFL wanted him to play and they were like, "Fuck you, we're not playing." And they just repeated it over and over. Motherfucker!
what I was thinking. I was like, he's not in the wrestling anywhere, but.
What's up, gang? How are you? Happy New Year. So I just wanted to come out today and talk to you guys on this media day with the athletes that, you know, the focus is on them. These guys have trained hard and got ready for this fight. What happened on New Year's Eve is my mistake, not theirs. And obviously, nobody's more about free speech than me. If somebody, if one of the fighters wants to come out and voice their opinion on it and whatever it might be, then by all means. I'm sure you guys have seen the TMZ video and seen my interview. It was obviously a horrible personal experience, and there's no excuses for it. Something that I'm going to have to deal with and live with for the rest of my life. And one thing that I do want to clarify in this thing that I didn't talk about on TMZ because I didn't expect it and I didn't see it coming is the people that are defending me. There's never an excuse. I'm sure you guys have read some of the same stuff that I've seen. There's no defense for this, and people should not be defending me over this thing, no matter what. All the criticism that I have received this week is 100% warranted and will receive in the future. So, and you know me better than anybody. If, especially the people that I don't like start coming after me, nobody fires back more than I do. Whatever anybody has to say, everybody has an opinion on this, and they're right to have their own opinions. I was very opinionated on this too, and I still am. It's crazy that I'm sitting here even having this conversation with you guys, but yeah. So my reason for being here today is I just wanted you guys to focus on them and not me. Any questions?
I was going to ask you, taking questions. I guess the big question that everybody wants to know, like you said, no excuses, full apologies, and I like your statement there that it shouldn't be defended at all, but are there going to be any repercussions? People are saying, he's a big public figure, he's big, charged this big company, nobody's really talking about it. Are there any repercussions planned from the company or self-imposed repercussions?
Yeah, well, what should the repercussions be? You tell me. I take 30 days off. How does that hurt me? I told you guys when we were going through COVID could last 10 years. I could sit it out and, you know what I mean? What would be the problem? It's much like COVID, actually. Me leaving hurts the company, hurts my employees, hurts the fighters. Doesn't hurt me. I could have left in 2016. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do I need to reflect? No, I don't need to reflect. The next morning when I woke up, you know what I mean? I've been against this. I've owned this. I'm telling you that I'm wrong. And but listen, we've had plenty of discussions internally with Ari, ESPN. Nobody's happy. Nobody's happy about this, Neither am I. But it happened. And I have to deal with it. And what is my punishment? Here's my punishment. I got to walk around for however long I live. Is it 10.4 years or is it another 25 years? And I gotta. This is how I'm labeled now. My other punishment is that, I'm sure a lot of people, whether it be media, fighters, friends, acquaintances, who had respect for me might not have respect for me now. There's a lot of things that I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of my life that are way more of a punishment than what? I take a 30-day, 60-day absence? That's not a punishment to me. The punishment is that I did it, and now I have to deal with it. And more importantly, you guys know how I feel about other people's opinions of me, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Nobody, I know a lot of you. I don't know what you do when you go home. I don't know what you're into. Nobody knows you better than your kids do, okay? My oldest is almost 22. So for 22 years, he's grown up in a house with me and my wife and the rest of our family. They hear and see everything. They know everything, So whatever perceptions people might have about you, nobody knows better than your kids. And as long as my kids know exactly who I am, they know exactly who their mother is, and that's what's important to us. You know, this is a personal family matter that played out in public, and you know, our biggest focus was our kids. You want to talk about people being disappointed? Who's going to be more disappointed than your kids are? And you know, that's what we've really been focusing on. I mean, as far as her and I go, we both apologized. We apologized to our kids, and you know, trying to move forward.
Is there anything moving forward that you think you can do in terms of, I mean, you just have such a high-profile position, right? Like in terms of advocacy. I mean, as you said, this is wrong, this is bad. I mean, is there anything that you think this would be a great point to start to, I don't know, a message against it, supportive domestic violence victims, anything along those lines?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, we've created a lot of awareness. You know, this was, you know, and it's not something that I'm trying to, but I've been married to this woman for 27 years. We've known each other for 40. We've been friends for 40 years. We've been married for 27 years. You know, and like I said, anybody who's married knows being married is you know, it's a job. It's something you got to work at every day. Her and I have been through some shit, but we're still together. We have 3 great kids, and you know, the biggest focus for us is our family. I mean, yeah, I guess it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think about what it's like. I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of awareness, and you know, I haven't hid from this thing. I haven't ran from it. I've taken it head on, and from day one. I mean, I don't know what else I could do. Sure, if I could help anybody else in this situation. I mean, I said it before, and now I'm saying it after I've done it. You don't ever do it. Don't defend me. Don't anybody defend me. There's no reason to even try to defend me. And I don't want any of our fighters in this position where they feel like they have to, unless they want to come out and say, he's an asshole, or you know, whatever their feelings are about this. I'm all about free speech. So,
last thing for me, Dana, I mean, it was incredibly unfortunate timing, I guess, in terms of the launch of a slap league. I mean, do you think that's going to impact what happens with that, or is it good to go? Or what?
There is no good or bad timing for what I did. You know what I mean? There's irony, very ironic, but there's no good or bad timing for what I did on New Year's Eve.
Dana, obviously, you know, when something like this happens, you've got to take it day by day. I'm sure plans are changing about how you deal with it, but sitting here today, do you think, oh, maybe I should have done this differently, maybe I should have put out a statement rather than go to TMZ? Is there anything you would have done differently?
I would have stayed home New Year's Eve. If I could go back and change anything, I'd have stayed home on New Year's Eve, yeah. But no. I don't know. Do you think so?
I don't know, maybe an official statement, but if you said that in TMZ, it's the same words.
I did an interview on TMZ. I literally, what else was there to say?
No, I agree.
I mean, you could literally write an official statement from my TMZ interview.
You mentioned it's a personal matter, and I respect that, but I'm curious, is everything okay with the family? Is it a process?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing nobody's asking about. Hey, are you guys okay? Is everything? We finished our family vacation, and we came home, and yes, we're good. I mean, obviously, we're still dealing with, you know, with the kids. My oldest isn't happy with us, you know what I mean? And you know, it's I'm sure it's embarrassing for the kids, you know, that this thing played out. And again, I can tell you this, and a lot of people will take it however they want, will believe or won't believe, but it's never happened before. It never, ever happened before. So obviously for my kids, it's a big deal.
How tough was that conversation with them the day after and just in general?
I mean, just like we did, you know, before the TMZ interview happened, we sent them the video and we got them on the phone, you know, and we did the best we could.
Thanks, Dana.
Hey, Dana. I was just wondering if you have reached out to any of the female fighters on the roster, especially the ones that have dealt with domestic violence before. I was just wondering if you had reached out.
No, I haven't reached out to any of the fighters. This is my thing. This is my thing between me and my family. You know, and whether you're a media member, a fighter, or whatever you are, you saw my interview, and that's my position on it, and you're hearing my position on it today.
Dana, thanks for coming out. Obviously, both sides carried a little bit of fault, but I thank you for coming out here, and seems like you're taking a lot of the blame. You don't want people to defend you. What do you say to the people that are wanting to put the blame on your wife, that your wife started this, and that was ramifications of her?
Yeah, no, there's only one side of this. It's my side. There's never a reason or an excuse for what happened on New Year's Eve to ever happen, period. And like I said, I'm 53. I'll be 54 this summer. Never done it. I mean, never put my hands on a woman in my life other than my sister when we used to try to kill each other when we were little. You know what I mean? But other than that, this is the first time that it's ever happened, and I guarantee you it will never happen again, and nobody should be defending me. There aren't two sides of the story. There's only my side.
Thanks, Dana.
Thanks.
Hey, Dana.
Yeah.
To your left. Hey. In 2014, you said you don't bounce back from putting your hands on a woman. How do you bounce back from this as a leader in the UFC and at home as a husband and a father?
You don't. You don't bounce back from this. You don't ever bounce back from this, you know? For the rest of my life, like I said, however long that is, people are going to label me that. You know what I mean? I did it. I did it.
How do you repair things at home?
You don't bounce back from it. You wake up every day and try to be better than you were yesterday, and you make sure that never happens again. Whatever steps you have to take to make sure that you're never in that situation and that never happens again, that's what I need to do. And it's a fact. I mean, there's a couple things in life that you don't bounce back from, and this is one of them. That's a fact.
Hi, Dana.
Hi.
Thank you for coming out. I know it can't be easy to face us all. I want to know if there's going to be any changes going forward with fighters that are in this similar situation, if there's any changes to procedures, or now that you've gone through it, if you're going to have any different take on that.
Well, I don't have a different take on it. I mean, it all depends on different situations, you know what I mean? But hopefully everybody's seen what's going on with me, and hopefully this never happens. But at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes, and all you can do is try to recover from the mistakes that you make in life. And I don't know. I'm sure it'll be on a case-by-case basis. I mean, we got a lot of people around here that make a lot of mistakes, and I'm one of them. Thank you. Yep.
Dana, just one. Other than everything we can see, is there any damage financially, talking any sponsor or anything financially, any damage for the company?
No, I don't think I don't think so. But still early too, so we'll see. Done with me? Have a great day. Thanks.
Roman, last time we saw you was in September. Got your first UFC win. I'm just curious, how important that moment was for you.
Последний раз мы тебя видели в сентябре. Это была твоя первая победа в UFC. Насколько для тебя этот момент был очень важным?
Здравствуйте. Очень была приятная победа после, как говорится, 2 неудачных боев. Дай бог мы продлим победную серию.
It was a great victory, very important after 2 losses, and I'm really hoping that we're going to keep winning from now on.
And not only just 2 losses, you came undefeated, and there's visa issues, there's COVID. It took 3 years for you to get a win. I mean, how difficult, I guess, was that stretch? Did you wonder what was going to happen with your career?
Ну, не только 2 проигрыша, а потом были проблемы с ковидом и то, что визы не получал и так далее. Насколько для тебя было важно все-таки вернуться и наконец-то получить эту победу?
Да, много было препятствий, проблем. Я очень рад, что мы все преодолели с Божьей помощью, и мы победили в Париже и покажем прекрасный бой. Дай Бог победим здесь.
Yeah, there was a lot of obstacles, a lot of things that I had to overcome, but finally we won in Paris, and I'm hoping that we're going to win now as well. We're going to show a great fight.
Nice. And now you're back quickly, just 4 months later, I guess. What's been the focus since, and where do you feel you're at in your career?
Ты достаточно быстро вернулся, только 4 месяца прошло. Как ты себя чувствуешь и где ты, как ты думаешь, в своей карьере сейчас?
Хотелось бы чуть-чуть раньше даже вернуться. Ну да, времени немного прошло. Форма отличная, провели отличный сбор. Готовы показать зрелищный бой, красивый, порадовать зрителей, фанатов.
Honestly, I'd like to return faster than that, but yeah, it wasn't that long of a time. I'm in great shape. It was a great camp, and I really like to show a great fight and show an exciting fight for the fans.
What do you think of Puna as an opponent, and kind of what challenges he offers for you?
Что ты думаешь про своего соперника и какие для тебя он составляет проблемы?
Мой оппонент очень серьезный ударник, отлично показывает себя в стойке, напористый. Я думаю, покажем зрителям то, что они любят. Это бой в стойке, зрелищный. Я думаю, это будет шикарный бой.
He's got a great stand-up. He keeps coming, and I think that's what we should do. We should keep standing with him and show the fans an exciting fight. That's exactly what they're expecting.
And they've kind of just had like 1 fight per year the last couple of years. But it's the first card of 2023, and you're getting started. So what are your goals? I imagine it's to fight frequently, but what do you hope to accomplish this year?
И у тебя получалось, что у тебя всего по 1 бою в год последние пару лет проходило. А сейчас самое начало 2023 года. Какие у тебя планы на этот год? Я так понимаю, что ты хочешь значительно чаще сражаться.
Да, очень охота оставаться активным постоянно. Если нету травм, ничего не мешает. Я бы хотел 3-4 боя в год проводить.
Yes, I very much like to stay active. If there's no injuries or anything like that, then I'd like to do 3 to 4 fights per year.
I love it. And last thing for me, obviously, this will get it started. What kind of fight do you think we see here? Is this back and forth type battle? Do you think you can get this done quickly? What do we see here?
Ну и последний вопрос, чего нам следует ожидать? Как ты думаешь, это будет все 3 раунда, или ты думаешь, что будет фееричный бой, который закончится досрочно?
Я думаю, бой может закончиться в любую минуту. Я думаю, мы устроим отличное шоу.
I think the fight could end at any second. I think we're going to show a great show.
Welcome back, Damon. It's I think everybody, myself included, has kind of latched onto this IG booking story. Are you surprised, like how much attention that's got, like the way everybody's kind of keyed in on it?
I didn't know it got that much attention until I just did an interview and I was just telling everybody how I got set up, and I wasn't, trying to blast it. It was just my way of avoiding all the nonsense where you have to talk smack. And I have nothing to say negative about Dan. He's a great guy, family guy. So it's like I got nothing negative to say about him.
I was just wondering if you think that's something like more fighters should do. Like, A, you're taking an active role in getting yourself fights, and B, like you said, not really engaging in the trash talk side of things.
Yeah, I mean, he manages himself. He does a great job. He's fought, crazy tough fights for managing himself. So that means that he's legit mentally, physically. Like he's there. He's there to fight. He's there to represent himself. And he's a great dude. And I think that maybe if it takes that's cool, whatever. But I think that there's only like a handful of McGregors, Sonens, and Covingtons that can do that. So I'm not that guy, man. I just want to be here to fight and perform. That's it.
The other thing that I'm really seeing a lot of is people just excited because they know that you put on exciting fights. Dan does as well.
Yeah.
Does it finally feel like, I know you're not on social media a lot and that sort of thing, but do you finally feel like you're getting the respect that you deserve? I mean, I know you fight for your family more than what people are saying online, but are you feeling the attention? Because it seems like it's really coming your way now.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's great. I'm getting the opportunity to fight someone ranked. You set out in this goal and you want to be the UFC champion, and you never know what it actually takes to get there. So to have a straight vision on where I want to be and how to get there is pretty awesome. So this is a big opportunity for me, and I'm not taking it lightly. This whole training camp has been harder than ever, and more mentally, physically demanding than ever. And and I'm here. It's fight week.
I love it. Like you said, man, the goal is to be the champion. I just wonder, getting into the rankings, you win this fight, you start moving up the rankings. Does that change your focus, your goals? Does it change anything at all?
No, I mean, focus and goal has always been to be the best, like win the fight that you're in, whatever fight it is. Like I want to win the fight. So, my last 3 fights have been the newer, younger, up-and-coming guys that, have win streaks or that have like some hype on them. And so to go out there and finish those guys, it's great because it shows that I can fight these young guys, whatever, and then I get a chance to fight Danny Ige, someone that's fought for 3 different title challengers, has went the distance with all of them, and has never been finished. So this is a huge opportunity for me.
You win this, like you said. Now you're looking at the top of the division. At that point, do you start actually saying some names, or you just hit the DMs again and see what you can get done?
Hey, no, I'm like what I do. I try to do it as educated as possible. I go on and look and see who's booked for fights. So I don't want to look like an ass and call someone out that's already booked. And I go on and do my homework, man. I'm looking to see what makes the most sense for the UFC and for myself and for them. And I'm not doing this lightly. Like I've really put some time and effort into making the right matchups, call outs, whatever you want to call it. Like before I take it to Sean and the UFC, before I say like this, I want to make sure I don't look like a fool to them and to everyone else. So.
Last thing for me, I think a lot of people are looking at this, circling it for fight of the night.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking as well?
Yeah, this is great. I'm looking for finishes, whatever, but it's Dan Ige, and he's got the nickname for a reason. He comes out swinging. We both come forward. It's going to be a fight for sure.
Hey, Damon, this is your first fight with your new nickname, Action Jackson. I guess just, you're doing that to honor your brother. What's that mean to you?
Yeah, that was originally what I thought about, was just doing it that one fight, just for my mom, because she was always into making scrapbooks and making videos and things like that. So she always kept up with all of our football, wrestling, whatever it was. So she kept up with all of it, and I remember as a kid seeing Action Jackson on all the scrapbooks she made and stuff. So originally that's what it was for, and now I think it's just a good reminder of you see it every day now, people super young just dropping, and it's very unfortunate, and there's no way to get around it, and it's just nice to remember that you're only here for a small time and make the most out of it, and that's it.
Thank you.
Any new faces here? No new faces? No. All right. Oh, looks like you did your hair today. I like that. Oh, that's fucking rough.
Sean, obviously we saw you just 4 weeks ago. I know you were not very happy after the end of that fight. Is it still bugging you? Still angry? Are you over it yet? What's the feelings?
I look like Anthony Pettis now, huh? Funny story about Anthony Pettis, you guys. Let me tell you this funny story. I'm at the PI. He walks. I got my eyes dilated, short notice physical. So I'm at the PI, and he walks in. I walk up to him. Showtime. I go, oh man, like, are you autistic? And he looks at me like, what? I was like, well, no, because like you're wearing sunglasses inside. A lot of autistic people do that. And he goes, no, I'm not autistic. I'm like, are you sure? But anyways, back to what you asked me, sir. Any people that wear sunglasses inside are a bunch of fucking assholes. I mean, I think that should be known. All you UFC fighters that wear if you're a UFC fighter and you wear sunglasses inside, you are the definition of a cunt. Now, moving on. Yeah, no, I thought I got robbed, man. I mean, I think a lot of people did. The scorecard got robbed. Was it close? And let me tell you why it was close. I'll tell you why it was close, you guys. What you guys seen there was a technical fucking sharpshooter. That guy's fucking gold chain. Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck? It's the fucking Mario guy again, the PS4 guy. Fucking A, dude. You wore the gold chain today. I like that. What is that? Is there a cross on that? No, it's just a plain gold chain. Who let this motherfucker in? This guy looks like he should be robbing motherfuckers at ATM machines. Anyways, so what you have is fucking factual, and you know it too. Who the fuck? You're a grown-ass man with a gold chain around your neck, bro. What are you fucking eating pasta with your uncle after this? Silver. Okay, my eyes are dilated. But I like this guy's cool dude. But yeah, man, what you guys seen there. So I'll tell you guys my issue I have. I have ADD, right? I have ADD. So I go and do. This is a funny story. You'll like this. So I go do all my fight interviews, and there's this girl. I just learned her name Morgan. And, like, she's sitting in front of me asking me these questions of, like, so are you ready to kill a man in a week? And I'm like, Morgan, like, she's a fairly attractive girl. I'm like, Morgan, I can't talk about killing a man with you fucking looking back at me asking this. I can't even take that shit fucking serious. So then I had to go fucking stare at a wall and do the whole interview. So what I'm telling you guys is the level of distraction in this fucking head. I don't know if it's from CTE, retardation, or maybe I'm fucking autistic like Pettis. I don't fucking know. So yeah, to answer your fucking question, to fucking come full circle to this question, what you guys seen there was a Matrix level style of boxing. Not one fucking punch landed. I seen everything. I was living in the fucking Matrix. I was living the Matrix like Bobby Green before he went to sleep. I mean, that's how fucking good it was. But you have judges that don't know fuck about fighting, and they see a big, scary black man throwing fucking big punches, and they're like, oh, man, that's scary. That's scary. He won the fight. And another thing, too, everyone's like, well, you had a scratch on your nose. Let me tell you guys something. I'm fucking white, all right? Fucking fall beats me up. Fucking, there could be cold weather. Cold fucking weather will damage me. The moment the seasons fucking change, it looks like I did a 5-round fucking fight. Black people in winter, what happens? Their skin gets harder. Chris Kerr is my best friend. I witnessed this. The man's skin becomes tougher and harder. So let's not talk about damage. If anything, bunch of fucking racism. Straight fucking racism. We got to get this shit out of the sport. 100%. I continue.
I don't even know where to go after. So how did this fight come about then? I mean, have you been itching to get back in there because of this, or did they come to you?
Oh, fuck God, no. I was currently planning a snowboarding trip, and then Mick calls me. I'm like, oh, Mick is going to ask me to do something I don't want to do. And Mick is actually a solid fucking guy. To work with him, bro, it's absolute fucking pleasure, Sean was a little rough. Sean Shelby was a little rough. But Mick, I like Mick. Anyway, so he calls me, and I'm like, fucking Mick. He has his little fucking Australian accent, the suave motherfucker. Probably just got done wrestling a crocodile, fucking having a threesome. And he calls me, and he's like, hey, you want this fight? And I'm like, God damn it, Mick. I haven't done anything for a month. I've been sitting on my ass. I've been planning a snowboarding trip. I've been practicing my wheelies, my clutch feather. And he calls me, and I'm like, fuck. And then his suave Australian motherfucking ass says, we'll pay you a decent amount of money. And I said, well, god damn it, I'm your fucking huckleberry. Let's go fucking fight a man.
Did anybody around you try to talk you out of it and say, like, hey, maybe this isn't the right time?
No, I mean, there's always those fucking cowards in your fucking head or your camp. But you know what, Eric, my man, I told Eric, I said, Eric, we're gonna go in battle. And Eric's like, fuck it, let's go into battle. He goes, but if you don't fucking listen to me, I'm gonna kick you out of the fucking gym. I was like, all right, man, I'll try my best.
Nassourdine Imavov, what do you know about him? What did you know about him? Did you bother learning anything about him?
So I'm not gonna try to fucking say that name, man. Let's just call him the Frenchie. The Frenchie. And if we learned anything about the French, what are the French best at? Giving up. So, I mean, I haven't really watched him fight. I know he likes to bang, he throws big punches, but he's still fucking French, man. That's a hard thing to move past. There's a lot of history of cowardice to move on from when you're fucking French. So, maybe he's gonna prove a statement. Maybe he's gonna say that his country's fucking finally, left the cowardice behind. But I don't fucking know. I mean, the only thing the French are good at is having fairs and giving up and losing fights. But we'll fucking find out. Maybe he's different.
Have you ever considered a job as a stand-up comedian at some point in your career?
No, man. I don't know. I look at you fucking people and I just like to make fun of you guys. I can't fucking help it, I can't fucking. There's a guy over there. You're a decent looking guy. I'm not gonna make fun of you. You trying to look like fucking Jack Hume. What's this guy's name? The Wolverine guy. The Wolverine guy, is that what you're going for? You're going for that, huh? I fucking tell this guy. This fucking guy. Anyways. No. I just, I like you guys. I like to talk to you guys. I can always tell the ones that don't like me, though. I feel like this guy has a little hate boner for me. No, don't you fucking lie to me. You got a little hate boner for me. It's okay. It's okay. I forgive you. I don't like myself half the time. Sometimes I look myself in the mirror. I'm like, this motherfucker. I want to fucking just punch the mirror. I understand it. All right, continue.
So last thing I was going to ask you, I mean, based on what happened in the last fight, based on the judging, all that, will you fight any differently? I mean, have you talked about, hey, I need to change something up because of the way these judges are looking at my style?
Bro, the merch. I'm gonna say it. You're a good-looking guy. But the merchant in Star Wars with the wings? I don't watch Star Wars. I hate Star Wars. To me, it's a bunch of gay guys with lightsabers, but I did watch it. Maybe it was like back when like Anakin Skywalker, the thing with the wings, the merchant guy? Tell me that motherfucker does not kind of look like him. Tell me, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Tell me, you fucking see it, don't you? You don't fucking lie to me. Anyways, now since I got that thought out of my fucking head, and will somebody please take this man's face and put it right next to that character just so we can all agree on this? But what was the question?
Will you change your fighting style or approach what you're doing there any differently based on what
I got knocked out by a big fucking Brazilian 5 months ago. I fought kind of like a bitch. We can agree. Maybe I would have grunted more, thrown bigger punches, maybe thrown a couple kicks. That's what the judges like. They don't give a fuck about striking. They just want you to ha. So, maybe I would do a little bit ha more. I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know. Listen to the coaches, maybe.
Hey, Sean.
No, this guy.
Earlier, you took your glasses off and said that's rough. Just to confirm, were you talking about our faces?
Yeah, no, you guys. No, I mean, I will say out of the. Let me tell you guys something about the media. There's some rough-looking motherfuckers. These guys look like they spent a lot of time on the internet. When you post something on Twitter and you see a nameless motherfucker comment like, "Oh, you're a piece of shit," I just want you to know what I'm looking at is probably the fucking people that post it. But continue.
And from one man of culture to another, what was your favorite part of Prince Harry's book?
Wait, Prince Harry's what?
You know what I'm talking about. Prince Harry's book came out this week.
Oh my God!
You're a big fan of the royal family.
Isn't that? I mean, when they're not fucking children. But, I mean, isn't that what they do? Isn't that what you guys do? And then you fucking cover it up? But anyways, sorry. I mean, the royal family, bro, if anything, that is just like, that's a reflection on England. That you motherfuckers wake up every day and you say, hey, and this is why America's better. You wake up every day and you say, look at this guy that was born into this. I'm going to worship this guy. I'm going to follow him. That is the most pathetic shit I've ever seen. You know what America says? You got 4 fucking years, maybe 8, and if you fuck it up, you better have private security following you for the rest of your fucking life because someone's out to get you. But you motherfuckers, you say, hey, you're born into this. We're going to follow you, and just you guys got to be fucking better. And Prince Harry, I don't know fuck about that guy.
Who would you have as the King of England?
You know, I was a big fan on... I like when they said they're going to get out of the EU. I like that, you know. Do you like that? Were you no, you look a little bit more liberal.
I voted to remain.
Oh, yeah, of course you voted to remain. That's what I'm talking about. Like, the cowardice is so deep-rooted in your fucking country that you just can't root it out. I bet you want to get rid of fucking pocket knives too, don't you? All you're going to have is a fucking fork to defend yourself.
I've got 3 on me right now.
Well, you're in America, bro. You should have a fucking gun on you. But, yeah, anyways, I don't know, man. England, you guys... I don't fucking know. You guys are a lost cause, man. Just fucking give up your country to the fucking Middle East or something because, you know, just give it up.
Prince Harry wrote in his book that he got frostbite on his penis. And I'm just curious if that's ever happened to you. You're out in the snow snowboarding.
Oh, man. Fuck, dude. How do you get frostbite on your penis? Fuck. I mean, I guess when you're out in, like, he was in the Middle East, I guess when you got nothing, anything is a hole, you know?
I was just curious. You were criticizing the English, but you were just criticizing the French. Which of the countries do you hate the most?
Oh, man. You know what? I'll tell you, when I was arrested, the one good thing about the French, I was arrested, bullshit charges, but it was 2 felonies. And, like, I had a lawyer say, you're going to jail for, like, a minimum of 3 years. And I was, like, 18, 19. I was like, who am I going to be after I come in jail? I'll probably come out like a white supremacist. I don't know if you guys ever been to jail. Who's been to jail? This guy's, fucking A, Boba Fett. He's been to jail. Fucking. But what you do is I'll tell you guys what prison, or I only went to jail. I wasn't in jail for a very long time. I'm not a hardened man. I scared the shit out of me. I almost fled the country. You get in there, right? You walk in, and then if you're white, which, you know, I am a white man, the white supremacists come up to you and they say, and they give you the I'll stay down because I want to be in shot. But they give you the tour. They say, well, we are part of the Aryan Brotherhood, and you're like, oh fuck, no, I don't think I belong here, but I guess I'm here. And they say, well, here's the rules. They help you make your bed. They help you lay down the rules. They say, well, here's the thing. You can't go to the bathroom while we're having dinner. If you shower with the black guy, you got to fight him. And I'm like, and then I stopped the guy, and I was like, Spider. I remember Spider. I'm like, listen, man, I'm not really racist. Like, I'm not really like, you know, that's not really what I believe in. And he goes, well, let me stop you right now. He goes, if you don't join us, you know, you're pretty much on your own. You're kind of fucked. And as they're walking me into county, I walk because it's segregated. I walk past the segregation, the black cell, and you have all these Chris Curtis-looking motherfuckers grabbing the bars, threatening me, telling me they're gonna fucking kill me. So now I'm in this predicament. Think about what you would do as a white 18-year-old. I'm in this fucking predicament. There's a man, Spider, telling me that pretty much if I don't join their club, I'm gonna go pretty much be outcasted and targeted. So yeah, what I'm trying to say, you guys, I'm not fucking made for prison. So back to why I like the French. And oh yeah, funny story about Spider. Spider, I don't know what you're doing, man, but I hope you're doing well. If you're watching this, he had a swastika on his hand, right? This is how stupid I am. He had a little swastika on his hand. So I tell Spider, I'm like, Spider, man, like, bro, when you get out of jail, like, you know, I'm like 19. I'm like, when you get out of jail, like, how do you get back into life? Like, how do you go and get a job with a fucking swastika on his hand? Spider looks at me. He's like, well, man, I'm not getting out. And he's like, in here, they know I fucking earned it. And I'm like, what do you mean, earned it? And Spider goes, you got to fucking earn it. And I tell Spider, I'm like, Spider, I'm not in here for a long time. I'm not fucking earning mine. So anyways, back to why I like French. On jury selection of me about to, you know, on the jury selection, the day we all look forward to when we're going to fight the government, I bought a plane ticket to France. And I was going to go join the French Foreign Legion because, you know what, I wasn't wanted by Interpol. And so I walked to the DA and I said, listen, you motherfuckers, this is what I want. And my lawyer's like, they're not going to give you this. And I said, well, in my head, I'm like, I don't give a fuck because I'm going to flee to France. I'm going to join the French Foreign Legion. You know, fuck yeah, I'll go be a Frenchie. So luckily, they took the deal. My lawyer was fucking shocked. But if it wasn't for you dirty Frenchies, I probably would have at least did about a year to 3 years in jail. So if it wasn't for you guys with the French Foreign Legion, I probably would have fucking took the plea and did a couple of years in jail.
That was a lovely story. Thank you for sharing it.
So I like French. I like the French. Are we good? You guys are fucking welcome. Yeah, fucking Spider. You guys are going to jail, man. It's not a, especially you, bro. You will definitely get fucked. 100%. That might be doing the fucking.
Mexico in Tulum for the first couple of days. So it's actually really nice.
How soon did you wish you were back?
Well, I was ready to come back home regardless.
Did you do the like underwater, like you have to swim to a cave?
Oh, like a cenote. No, so I didn't do it this time. I was there like a few months ago, and I did it then, and it's like unbelievable. Try and go once a quarter. Because we have like our schedule, right? So you can't take like a week off to go anywhere. So Mexico is like the closest place that you can go to, 2 hours away, and still be like on a beach. That's not like LA, you know? And it's cheaper than LA. So I do go there quite a bit, sadly. I'm sorry? I am. No, but I don't think so. It's been a while. Good. I think I go on Monday. Hmm? It'll be shots. It'll be fine. John has been like 100 times.
Did he go during
With
the
a
crew?
shot. That's isolated to a region. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Can I walk around the street safely?
Yeah, especially doing basically it's like at night. I mean, I'm surprised we never got attacked like we were irresponsible.
Well, that area is a
Right.
lot nicer than the actual in the city.
Yeah, you're not like one of the fellas or something, you know. That's one of the nicest parts.
Probably won't show up very nice. Probably put time.
It's nice. It's nice parts.
If I just wear a Gold Sonara t-shirt, it won't mess
You're
with
good.
me.
Oh yeah, you're good to go.
Well, some might like this one.
Yeah, it'll be divided. Are you staying close to the host hotel or no?
I'm at the old one.
Okay. Oh, you are? Which one?
Windsor Bar.
Yeah, yeah. I like that one.
I like that one too. I don't know if it's better than the other one.
This one, for some reason, I cannot remember it. I know I've been there before, but
Those, well, not really small.
oh, wow.
Apparently they're both small, like little ball are. They're just right across from the band. They're big out.
Yeah, like Matty Rad, the crew. Oh my god. The fact that that was the only time that happened to us. Totally. Yeah, I haven't been back in years. Years. Alright. I'm gonna grab some food. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for everything though. Appreciate it.
Hello.
Hello. UFC main event, big opportunity in your career. I guess what's the emotion like right now for you?
Grosse opportunité pour toi, le main event. C'est quoi tes émotions en ce moment?
Ah, je me sens très très bien. Je me sens très très bien. C'est ma première et let's go. Je suis prêt.
I feel fine. I'm great, and this is the first time. Let's go.
And obviously interesting, right, with the late change of opponent. I guess how did that all play out? And you know, did you find out that there was going to be a new opponent?
Comment ça s'est joué le dernier adversaire, le changement, et comment tu as appris ça et comment tu l'as vécu?
Ça va. Au début, bien sûr, grosse déception. Et ça a duré pendant 2 heures, tant qu'on trouvait un nouvel adversaire. Et maintenant, ça va, il n'y a pas grand-chose qui change. L'objectif reste le même. Et let's go, on y va.
It's okay. I was a little bit sad when I got announced that Gastelum was out. That I did spend 2 hours without knowing who's the next opponent. And when I had the confirmation that it was Strickland, everything went good.
I wondered, did it almost become a bigger fight? I mean, Kelvin Gastelum is a big name, of course, but Sean is higher up the rankings. So did this become a bigger fight for you with the new opponent?
Gastelum, c'était un grand nom. Maintenant, avec Strickland, est-ce que tu penses que c'est encore un plus grand nom, un meilleur nom encore?
Bien sûr, même un meilleur nom. Je gagne beaucoup plus dans le classement qu'avec Gastelum. Et puis c'est une bonne chose, un mal pour un bien, je suis content.
That's obvious. I'm winning a lot of. I will have a lot of step when the fight is finished. I will be ranked better than if I did fight with Gastelum. So I'm very grateful for that.
And I guess what's your approach to this fight? I mean, how much game planning can you do in a week, or do you go in there kind of without a plan and just see what happens?
Comment est ton approche, la stratégie de combat, comment tu la vois, où est-ce que tu décides d'y aller sans game plan et puis tu vas voir ce qui se passe?
Bon, là je vais pas leur dévoiler tout le game plan quand même, mais je vais faire ce que je sais faire, ce que vous voyez dans les combats, et puis voilà, il y a un game plan très précis qui est mis en place, et let's go, on y va.
Well, I will not disclose all the game plan, but yeah, we thought about a game plan, and if basically I will do what I used to do, what I can do, when you guys know from me, that's what I will do on Saturday.
Overall, how do you evaluate Sean as an opponent? Is there anything that he does that concerns you or that's more dangerous than what Kelvin could do?
Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose que tu vois à Strickland qui pourrait faire quelque chose de dangereux vis-à-vis de toi et que Kevin Gastelum ne faisait pas? Comment tu l'évalues, lui et Strickland?
Qu'est-ce qu'il peut faire de... ouais, sa grande bouche, je pense. Juste faire attention à ses mots, à ce qu'il dit, et puis je m'attends, je suis prêt. Voilà.
Well, what can he do that, I think big mouth. I think I just have to be careful of what he's saying, the word that he's using, the big mouth, that's it.
Parce que j'ai entendu qu'il commence déjà à parler, donc let's go.
I heard that he's starting to speak already with you guys, so I'm pumped. Let's go.
I saw you staring him down over here. Were you trying to get something going as you were standing outside the press room?
Je t'ai vu derrière la vitre, l'observer. Est-ce que tu veux quelque chose? Est-ce que tu le cherches? Tu veux un problème avec lui?
Pas vraiment, j'essaie juste d'écouter ce qu'il dit, voir un peu s'il parle mal ou pas, et puis croiser son regard pour voir un peu où est-ce qu'il en est, s'il va commencer à parler ou pas. Voilà.
Nothing special. I was just looking if I can catch his eyes and maybe have any face-off or something, but I couldn't, so it's okay. I'm expecting him to run his mouth. That's it.
And last thing for me, I guess, what's your goal with a victory here? I mean, the main event, higher up the rankings, do you start calling out names at the top? Are you patient as you work your way up? What's the goal?
Après ce combat, après la victoire, où est-ce que tu vas? Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Est-ce que tu vas balancer un gros nom? Est-ce que tu vas demander quelqu'un? Est-ce que tu as une direction? Qu'est-ce que tu comptes faire après ce combat?
Bien sûr. Qu'est-ce que je compte faire? Pereira, il a fait la ceinture après Strickland. Pourquoi pas? Pourquoi pas y aller chercher la ceinture? Let's go.
Well, Pereira did a bell after knocking out Strickland. If that's the way, let's go.
Насрудин, приветствую.
Привет.
Вот получается, у тебя сменился соперник, ну прям в неделю. А были ли у тебя мысли, когда тебе сказали, что будешь драться не с Келвином, а с Шоном, чтобы не принимать этот бой? Что неудобно или еще что-то?
Нет, вообще не было. Вообще не было. Когда аннулировался бой, у меня уже было, ну, мне сразу сообщил Фернандо Лопес, я ему сразу сказал, что давай любого из топ-10, даже потому что знал, что вес им трудно будет сделать, потому что они под 100 весят. Я ему сказал, что на 95-100 килограмм без проблем.
То есть даже в тяжелом весе, да, готов был? Если...
Конечно, я просто хочу драться, я уже здесь, это мой первый мейн-эвент, и я должен драться.
Тебя уже спрашивали на английском, но я продублирую, если можно. Вот ты стоял перед дверью, смотрел долго на Шона, а были мысли зайти внутрь?
Нет, просто я хотел увидеть его глаза, ну, что он думает, потому что он, говорят, много болтает, он же даже начал, и я хотел послушать, что он говорит, и все.
У Шона такая линия поведения, знаешь, он себя ведет в неделю боя так очень весело, развязно достаточно. А тебя удивляет, его настроение в неделю поединка? То есть, по идее, это такое как бы время, наверное, чуть напряженное, да, период, когда думаешь о бое постоянно и все остальное. Вот тебя удивляет, как он себя ведет?
Нет, это характер такой, некоторые таким образом прячут вот это, когда нервничают, они вот так много разговаривают, смеются, и думаю, он вот такой у него характер, что он хочет это спрятать, но он волнуется очень сильно, поверьте.
Недавно в UFC 84 килограмма подписался еще один очень талантливый боец из Дагестана, Шарапудин Магомедов, он же Шара Буллет. Я не знаю, слышал ли ты что-то о нем, может быть, видел бои, там, хайлайты, что-то в этом духе?
Шарапудинов? Да, слышал, что подписал. Бои так, что не видел, но слышал, что очень хороший боец. И когда его первый бой?
Пока еще нет боя,
еще нет?
Ближе к лету, скорее всего.
Вот, будем ждать.
И последнее от меня. Вот получается, у тебя до этого Келвин Гастелум был соперник, он располагался на строчку ниже тебя, теперь Шон Стрикленд, который на 7-й строчке. А как ты думаешь, да, в случае победы, увеличивает ли это твои шансы, что ты уже в 2023-м успеешь подраться за пояс? Как ты думаешь?
Конечно, как я сказал, Перейра после него сразу подрался. Хоть у него и вот это последнее поражение, это сплит, даже можно было ему отдать победу. Так что после него уже надеюсь, что в контракте будет написан пояс.
Спасибо, удачи.
Все. Thank you.
Sip. Nice. Nice. Raquel, 9 months away. I know a lot's happened in the personal life, and I'm just curious. I mean, did you need this full time off? Were you hoping to be back sooner?
I definitely want to be back sooner. Obviously, I fought Aspen in April, and my hand is what happened, and so it wouldn't have been that long. But grew up doing all kinds of sports, jamming fingers, doing everything. I wouldn't have thought that this hand injury would have been such a pain in the butt, but it took longer than expected, and so,
Nice. I guess you got to do some great personal things though during that time away. I guess how much different is life right now as, you know, expecting to be a mom?
Man, it's so different. I mean, I still can't wrap my head around it. I can't like explain things, but you want to talk about like a different level of motivation, excitement. It's so much different emotions. And, you know, I feel like a very different calm this week, just with everything. Like I said, I mean, the motivation is very different. It's exciting. And I just feel like I'm already passionate about what I do, but everything is just heightened. All my emotions are heightened. And then not to mention, I mean, I'm not a very emotional person, but somehow this situation has kind of turned me into a big baby. I keep crying with everything.
That's awesome. Well, listen, you come back and it's a big fight, right? I mean, they give you number 2 in the division. I guess what were your immediate thoughts when they gave you this matchup? It seems like a really important one in the division.
Oh, absolutely. I expected this fight, honestly. I would be surprised if it wasn't this one. And so, you know, I'm just excited. I mean, you know, great opponent, great opportunity, and that's exactly what I'm seeing this as. She's just another stepping stone in my way back to that world title shot, so.
What do you think about the matchup itself, right? Because she's been successful, but not always the most exciting, I guess, of fights. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on her as an opponent, and is that a challenging type of style to get ready for?
I think, honestly, between our styles, it's going to create for an exciting fight. Whether she brings that, I'm going to bring an exciting fight. You know, I mean, I've put in so much work, and I'm ready to get this fight out of the way and on to the next and things and enjoying life on the outside. It's been a super long camp. But, you know, like I said, I mean, I think it'll create for an exciting matchup. I've watched her, I've studied her, I've done the things that we're supposed to do and everything, and I have a great idea, but my main focus is on me and what I can do and what I can control, and I feel like I'm the veteran in this. Not feel like it, I am the veteran in this. And, you know, I mean, I've already been up there and fought for a world title and fought the opponents that she's fought. Everybody hypes her up, oh, she's fought former champions and this, that, and another. Well, you know, I've done it too. The credit needs to be given. And so, you know, I mean, respect to her. I'm excited for the fight, but, you know, I plan on going out there and getting my hand raised for sure.
So here's what I'm most curious about is you beat number 2, right? Real case for a title shot at that point, but you also have a baby on the way, and I'm sure you're going to be wanting some time away. So, like, have you thought about that at all? Like, hey, you get a big win on Saturday. Is it, hey, we're calling for a title shot, or is it, hey, we're calling to chill for a little bit and be a mom, and then we'll figure out what's next?
Heck no. Heck no. I'm on a roll. Like, you can't deny me. 5-fight win streak after Saturday, like, I'm right there. Give me my world title shot back. I know, you know, I mean, they're going to do what they do, and I don't know what Amanda's doing at this point and everything else, but, you know, I would actually love to fight Saturday, come out of the fight healthy, and then take a couple weeks off, enjoy myself, breathe a little bit, and then I would honestly love to fight in May and have that opportunity, and then the baby's born in June, and then focus on being a mom for a little bit, so.
Nice. Last thing for me, with that in mind, that a title shot, you know, maybe being the balance. I mean, do you go in there with an idea that, like, this has got to be a statement type performance? Like, it's not enough for me to just get a split decision win or something like that. I got to make a performance.
Honestly, I mean, yeah, every fight, you sit there and you think about those things, but in reality, like, I take the pressure off of it with that. You know, everybody's like, oh, huge fight, number 2, and then world title shot after that. For me, like I said, it's just another stepping stone. And so a fight's a fight, and my job is Saturday, and that's what I'm focused on. And, you know, it doesn't matter number 2, it doesn't matter number 10. Like, it's another challenge. And, you know, at the end of the day, I want to win that challenge. And so that's where my focus is at, and just focusing on the simple things that I can control. And then we'll see what opportunity arises from there. But, I mean, like I said, my personal opinion, 5-fight win streak, you can't deny me. So.
Hey, Raquel. Next week is the 3-year anniversary of your loss to Holly Holm, but since then you've gone on this amazing streak. Like, back when you suffered that loss at UFC 246, like, what were the like? Did you think, like, I'm not going to get another shot at this title again, or like what kind of changed, and what were you thinking 3 years ago?
Well, that fight. I don't think we should list that as a fight. It should probably be a hug match. There was a lot of emotions that came from that, because obviously when Holly and I fought the very first time in 14 or 15, whenever that was, there was a lot of controversy on who actually won that fight. So obviously that was a fight that I really wanted to redeem myself on, and then it kind of played out the way it did. And, you know, I kind of just told myself that shit would never happen again. And so, and then it comes down to the whole thing, you know, I mean, obviously this is a physical sport, and everybody's just like, oh man, the physicality in it, yes, absolutely, but it's 90% mental too. And so that's where it shifted for me. As much work as I'm putting in daily with training, I started putting the work in doing sports psychology and just really getting serious with things. And, you know, I mean, if I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go put my body through the ringer every single day, I need to put everything into it. And so, honestly, I could just say that I've really just matured with things, and I think it's really starting to show in all my performances.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. Good? Sweet.
I mean, obviously, you had a great victory the last time out. I'm just curious how important it was for you to get that big win and get off that losing streak.
Can I say again?
Yeah, no worries. I said his last time out was a victory for him. Just curious how important it was to get that win and get over the losses.
A última vez que você lutou foi uma vitória, você saiu com a vitória. E o que você sentiu, né, vindo de 2 derrotas?
Bom, eu senti muito bem novamente. Eu acho que de volta ao jogo, né? Como eu falei ali no final, eu estava de volta e eu acho que foi isso. Mostrei um bom trabalho ali e tenho certeza que eu posso mostrar muito mais coisa mais para frente.
It was incredible. Be back to win and show you guys I'm back, you know, back to working and happy to be here.
And back again in just a few months, 3 months, I believe. Was that important to fight quickly after the last win?
Isso foi importante para você, vir tão rápido assim. Você acabou de lutar, tem alguns meses.
Lógico, foi importantíssimo para mim. Eu venho fazendo lutas aí num ano, tipo 1 luta, 2 lutas só no ano. E isso não me dá um ritmo de luta tão grande para poder chegar onde eu quero chegar. Então, o UFC me deu essa oportunidade de estar lutando. Estou vendo de luta de 3 meses, que foi dia 1º de outubro. Então, já lutando novamente, isso só mostra o que eu vou evoluir muito bem com esse ritmo de luta.
So yeah, come back to fight, you know, in 3 months. It's I feel great, you know. So I always, when I fight, I have a fight 1 year, you know, sometime a little bit more than 1 year, and I want to fight that year. So that's not good. And with that fight now, fighting 3 months. So especially now, I come in fight in the beginning of the year. So that means where I want to go. So yeah, sure, I'm coming for the title.
Was there any part of you that wanted to wait 3 months and 1 week and do it in Brazil next week so you didn't have to come here?
Entendeu?
Não, verdade, eu queria estar lutando no UFC Rio, mas isso não foi possível. O UFC antecipou para uma semana antes, mas eu também fiquei feliz da mesma forma, porque é uma luta que me coloca no ranking, eu vencendo me coloca no ranking do UFC, então eu fiquei muito feliz.
Yeah, sure. I want to be there, you know, in the Rio de Janeiro card. But I'm happy to be here right now, you know, and open the year. And yeah, for sure, both of the events are going to be good. But I'm happy to be here and start the year.
And what do you make of Umar as an opponent? Obviously, undefeated record. You fought some very tough people. Where does he rank among the people you've faced?
O que você vê no Umar? O Umar está vindo aí, ele está vindo de invicto,
E essa vitória, o que ela te coloca? O que você vê?
Bom, é uma luta que é um divisor de águas para mim, vai me colocar lá em cima novamente. É um adversário duro, é um bom adversário, já mostrou para todo mundo. Mas eu estou aí no caminho dele. Eu acho que essa luta aí vai ser realmente um divisor de águas para mim, na minha carreira, na minha vida. E eu ganhando dele, eu queria realmente estar chegando aí cada vez mais próximo do ranking para poder subir cada vez mais, para estar disputando, lutando com os melhores para tentar o título mais na frente.
For sure. Fight against Umar. So he's a good fighter. He's a proof of that. He's coming with so not lost, right? But a fight against him, so get a win over him. They show me what I'm coming here for, and step by step. So I'm gonna walk into where I want to go. Is the title shot.
Last thing for me, I guess, is that the goal? Can you accomplish that this year? This would be a huge step, as you said, first card of the year. So do you think you can get to that title shot this year alone?
Você acha que você pode conseguir o title shot ainda esse ano?
Bom, fazendo uma boa apresentação no sábado, ganhando do Umar, eu tenho alguns nomes que eu posso desafiar, que me desafiou no passado, e esse nome ele está muito bem ranqueado, que é o Merab, e ele aceitando a luta, eu acho que me coloca lá em cima, e de repente no final desse ano eu conseguiria um title shot ou não, mas acredito que ano que vem eu esteja bem mais lá em cima no ranking.
Yeah, if I win over Umar, so I have some names. You know, one of that is Barabi. He was calling my name before, so if he's accepted the fight, so I'm gonna be ready for that. For sure, if this year or not come with a title shot, but for sure the next year I'll come in there.
Thank you so much.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Dan? It's been pretty.
Sorry.
It's been pretty cool to see, all the old photos of you and Puna, and I saw you guys signing posters together and all that. I mean, what's this fight week like for you? One of the most memorable so far?
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, that's the most exciting thing about this whole week. It's just getting to compete with one of my best friends in the world. Puna and I have grown up together since our early teens. Went to high school together, rode the bus together every single day, about an hour bus ride from 7-Eleven to our school. And he was wrestling before me, but when I started wrestling, we'd take the bus home every day, like late at night, 7, 8, 9 p.m., and just talk about being in the UFC. Even if we didn't truly believe it, we'd talk about it and like dream about it. And it was a frequent, often conversation of things we talk about. And, coming from kids, like, we're just quiet, funny kids, like class clowns type of guy. But, like, I was openly bullied going through high school, just being that type of guy, and Puna as well a little bit. He was a little bigger than me, so he could stand for himself. But it's kind of cool just to look back at that and you take two kids that no one would have believed us at the time if we were to told them we were going to be in the UFC. Like, we were just pretty much two funny idiots, going through school. So this is a crazy, memorable experience for both of us. And I told him if we may never get this opportunity again, so this is our chance to make an impact, to make a mark, and I'm super excited for it, more than the fight.
I know it's been a frustrating stretch for you. I know your self-confidence, self-belief remains high, but I guess, so what's the biggest lesson you can take out of these setbacks they've had to deal with?
I would say it's definitely frustrating. I haven't had a win in almost 2 years, and a guy that does everything in his power, everything in my training, all my preparations, what I put in my body, my sleep, the amount of money I invest into myself, in my training, in my coaches, and to not get a victory in however long it's been since March, 2021, it's frustrating. And I definitely would say I've picked myself down to the core, like, because you go back and say, well, why did I lose that one? Oh, I can't lose more than one in a row or two in a row. Then I go lose two, then I lose three. And it's super frustrating. But I think through that time, I've really kind of went back and dissected myself. Like, it's hard not to, right? And I've talked to mental performance coaches, and like, I want to be able to compete at my absolute best on one day, and that's all that matters is fight day. And so I've worked on those things. I've worked on establishing my values and understanding my values, and knowing that they change from day to day, understanding that certain anxieties that we deal with as human beings. Like, I'm a human being, aside from being a fighter, I'm still a human being, and I have feelings and emotions just like all of you. And kind of coming to an agreement with it and understanding it and like coping mechanisms, because I'm a superhero 2-3 times a year when I step in the ring, but outside of the ring, I'm just a human like everyone else. And aside from that, even, it's just getting back to belief in myself and my training and what I do, because I've had a ton of influence, not bad, but like greats of the sport telling me certain things and different training philosophies. And, I buy into it. I believe in it because I have that, kind of Bruce Lee mindset. I want to learn from everyone, take what works, discard what doesn't. But unfortunately, I had to try it out. And sometimes those things don't work for me. And when I step in the cage on Saturday night, when I'm about to walk up those steps, it comes down to believing in myself, not believing in what Habib told me, not believing what Henry Cejudo or Usman or Gaethje or any influential person that I've been around. It doesn't matter what they've told me, and it comes down into what I'm doing. So over the the last 6 months is just getting back to my roots and doing what I believe in. You know, if someone tells me that's not the right thing, like I don't, you know, I just take it with a grain of salt and I move on and I keep doing it because that's what's giving me confidence at the end of the day. And I think that's allows me freedom to perform at my best.
Damon obviously has been very respectful, but he's talked about the fact, you know, he kind of reached out to you via direct message and was like, hey, man, I think we should fight. So I'm curious, when you see that, are you like, well, that's cool? Or are you like, why is he picking me out of the crowd? Like, what's your reaction to it?
I mean, yeah, it is true. He did message me. So after my last fight in June, I kind of got right back to it because that was a 17-week training camp, and for it to just go to shit, it was frustrating. I wanted to just get a quick turnaround and not let my work go to waste, so I started training, and they were saying I was going to fight Shane Burgos at Madison Square Garden, so I was getting ready for that mentally, preparing myself. I went home. I went to Hawaii, reset myself, got grounded again, fed my soul a little bit, so that was good. But I was getting ready for November. He signed with the PFL, so I had to, you know, keep preparing for the next guy. Then the word was, I think I was supposed to fight Ilia Topuria in December 17th. I was like given a day. And then I found out on social media he was fighting Bryce Mitchell. So I was like, okay, that's not going to happen. And then all these guys were getting tied up. The other guys already fought at the top, like the Emmets, the Caters, the Zombies. Giga and Sadiq were matched. And then it kind of made sense. I think there was Caceres who popped into the rankings. So I was thinking, well, that might be an option. And then there were some other guys I was looking at, like a Damon Jackson, a guy outside the ranking who's on a great winning streak. And I got called out on one of the show. I forget the guy, the Brazilian guy. He called me out. I thought, okay, maybe that fight might make sense. One of these guys is going to get a shot. I don't want to be the guy that, like, will only fight the guy above me, because a lot of guys do that. I've fought a lot of guys above me, so I think anyone below me in the ranking definitely deserves a shot. But yeah, Damon DM'd me, and I was like, sure, bro, but I mean, I'm not the matchmaker, but yeah, I mean, I'm 100% down. And then like it was like every 3 days he'd be like, hey, is the fight done yet? I'm like, dude, hit up Sean Shelby, like hit up your manager, because on my end it's done, but there's nothing I could do about it. Eventually the fight came to fruition, so yeah, here we are, a couple days away.
I know a lot of people are looking forward to this fight. I guess last thing for me, what does this fight, you know, represent to you? What does a win represent to you here, man? I mean, is it something about proving doubters wrong, or maybe people that have hopped off the bandwagon? Or is it something about yourself? I mean, what's most important to you here?
I think most important for me is just to go out there and have fun. I really love this sport. I love what I do, and I've experienced burnout just through training every day. I've experienced, you know, it sucks cutting weight all the time. So I've experienced that but you know, I want to just go out and prove myself that I still have it. I'm still one of the best. I do feel written off by a lot of people, and that's fine. And I definitely want to go out there and prove something that I am one of the best in the world.
Hey, Dan, with you and Puna on the same card, it's not only that, but you're fighting back-to-back. I mean, how cool is that?
Oh, it's great. And at first, I was supposed to fight before him, before the Jeff Neal, and that fight fell out. I was going to go first, and I think he was super nervous about that. And now that he's fighting first, I think that, you know, he likes to be that guy to go out and set the bar, and then I get to go out and cap it. But aside from results, you know, we can't get too high or too low. So whatever happens on Saturday night, you know, it stays there, and then I go straight into my fight. I will definitely be watching. I'm going to be nervous as hell, like I always am. But again, that just shows me I'm a human and gives me a quick little reminder that it's okay to have, like, I like having these feelings. I want to be able to feel that when I walk out. I've walked out into fights. When I fought Josh Emmett, I remember walking out and just being like cold and numb and like no feeling, no adrenaline, no emotion, and like I don't like that because that's like a dead spirit, a dead soul, and I don't want to feel that. So getting in tune with my feelings and getting to watch one of my best friends fight is definitely going to bring that out right before the fight, and I think that's a good thing.
And then after you, Sean goes, and then Jivit's also on the card, so Extreme Couture is going to war. I guess does that make it a little bit easier knowing that like you're training with your teammates and you guys all have a goal together?
Yeah, I mean our gym is one of the best in the world, and we want to. It's an individual sport, but it's nice when you see the Gym of the Year title and different outlets saying, "Oh, we nominate Gym of the Year Extreme Couture." Like it's nice to see that. So, and also it's nice that we're not alone. Like I know that I have a brother, I know I have a friend, a training partner that's going through the same thing I'm going through right now, and it's nice to see. So I'm excited to share this experience with everyone.
Finally, for me, you've shared a lot about your mindset and stuff, but like, do you feel pressure coming into this fight with you having 3 losses and like, maybe fighting for a job, or is that something that you kind of block out?
I don't block it out. I always feel some type of pressure, and it's mostly the pressure that I put on myself. By nature, I'm a perfectionist, so I do everything that I'm supposed to do that's right in my mind. I don't see this as like, oh, I have to win or I'm going to lose my job. What am I going to do? I've learned and I've realized like my identity does not end as a fighter. My identity is not just Danny Ige, the fighter. I'm still Danny Ige, a human being. So beyond fighting, I'm going to have other ventures, other paths, but I'm in this right now. I'm in my prime, and I'm loving this. I'm enjoying this. So if I can just go out there and perform and be free, that's the best Danny Ige you're going to see. But if I do get like I've experienced that pressure that I put on myself, or I don't perform at my best, and that doesn't take anything away from me or what people think about me. It just sucks on my end that I know in my head that I could have done better. So I'm not thinking about the past. I'm not thinking about losses. Those things happen. They're done. I'm here right now, and that's the most important thing is being present and staying present.
Thanks, man.
Oh, I got one real quick. Yeah, Dan, how's the dad life treating you, brother? I see you rocking the New Balances. I've seen the kid on the skateboard. How's the dad life treating you?
Dude, I mean, dad life's just been amazing. The first year was hard for me, just kind of going through a lot mentally. Going through losses, becoming a dad for the first time. You wanna win so bad. Like, it's like you put extra pressure on yourself to provide for my son, for my family, because I've become a dad. But now I'm just enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying every second of it. Obviously, I'm spending more time away at the gym and training and whatnot. But every moment I get with that kid, it's just, good or bad. If he's freaking out, having tantrums, because he's practically a toddler now. Dude, I love it because I'm watching this little human being form before my eyes, and he's wrestling, he's skateboarding. I take him skateboarding, and I'm just stoked. And it makes me emotional thinking about it. But I love the kid, and I love being a dad. Hello.
Well, obviously, last time out, a very big win for you. I'm just kind of curious, like, how big that was overall for just confident and belief that everything's, you're doing is the right thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, coming off those 2 losses, first thing I did was sit down with the coaches, and I was like, guys, like, do we have to make big changes, or we kind of just stick to the routine and keep chipping away? And they said, just keep chipping away. We're doing the right things, and they're right. It turned out great. And yeah, my confidence is super high, but gotta fight another monster again. So.
Obviously, 6 months since the win. Was that just the time you needed to heal the hand, or were you hoping to fight sooner?
No, yeah, that was just the time I needed for my hand, and I actually didn't really tell anyone, but I got super, super sick. Like, I think I almost died. Yeah. I had like shingles that turned into like cellulitis, like on my face and like under my heart. And it was funny. I ended up going to the ER, and like they had to give me like antibiotics and all that crap. But the night before, I remember just laying on the couch, and it felt like I was in like a chokehold, and I was like, this could be the night I don't wake up. And I was like, oh, I just hope I wake up, and I went to bed. But I woke up.
Wow. Is everything okay from that? Like, is it? Did you find out like what causes that? Or are you okay moving forward?
It was just like bacteria, like that I got under your skin or something. I got some crazy scars that you can kind of see it on my face from where it was, and like under my chest, there's like a nice little scar from it.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Well, glad you didn't die that evening. Happy to have you here. Look, a big week, right? You and Dan.
Yeah.
It's been kind of cool to see the old photos resurfacing, and seeing you guys signing posters. I guess. I mean, what's the emotion like for you, and kind of seeing this dream come to realization?
For me, it's been nothing but fun. I feel like this is where we're supposed to be, and it's funny. All fight week, I've just been like so nervous, just thinking about every possible outcome. But like once this week came along, I'm just supremely confident, having a great time with Dan. Every time we're together, I'm just like laughing. Just we're bouncing off each other, making jokes with each other. It just feels like it's a good time.
Very nice. You talked about fighting a monster. Tell us what you think about Kopylov as an opponent.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like you can kind of only go off of their last performance, really. And he was a monster. Like, he put away DiChirico and put him away pretty well. And I'm excited to go up against him. He's good everywhere, and I'm ready to fight him.
Nice. Have we reevaluated the post-fight celebrations and kind of dialed it back a little bit?
I don't know. I was possessed by the crowd. It wasn't me. It was someone else. I don't know.
I think for me, obviously, first fight of the year. I mean, could be a big one for you, I guess, right? So I guess what are the goals as far as maybe this fight and what you want to do this year?
Yeah, it's hard for me to look past this fight. All I want to do is take care of the mission at hand. But I do want to stay active. I say that every fight, and something always comes up, like I broke my hand, tore my MCL, whatever. But I really want to stay active. I want to find a way to stay healthy and stay active.
Hey, Puna, the thing about you and Dan is you guys are fighting back to back. So how cool is that?
Oh, it's super cool. Originally, I think I was supposed to fight after him, but I'm so happy I'm fighting first. I think I'm a little better of a tone setter, and I'm excited to set the tone for us, even for Sean. I'm excited to set the tone for Sean and get this thing going.
He says he gets nervous watching you fight. Is it the same way for you?
Oh, yeah. Selfishly, that's why I was happy I was going first. I don't want to watch his fight.
And then finally, yeah, you kind of mentioned Sean's fighting after you guys, and then Javid's on the other, is opening up the card. I mean, how cool is it just fighting alongside your teammates?
Oh, super cool. Anytime, like we have more and more, even Javin's on our team, anytime we have more and more teammates, I'm super excited. I feel like it just gives us more power. And I feel like it's just like I don't know, it's our team versus the UFC or something. I don't know.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Umar, 3-0 in the UFC, number 11 in the rankings right now. I guess, how do you feel about your run in the UFC so far?
I'm feeling great. Just wanna take one more shot, one more win. I hope I will finish it.
Nice. All the talk this week has been about Habib and walking away from the sport, and I just wanted to give you a moment to kind of, I guess, say what it means to you to know that he's walking away.
One more time?
Yeah, that Habib is no longer going to be a part of the sport, apparently, and just curious what that, his time means to you or that he's leaving.
This guy, my brother, and he, like with me, he cannot go away, almost. And I was calling him, talk with him about this fight, about cutting weight, and this guy just stopping too much fly, you understand, about me. And when I will go to home, I will training with him. I want to go to his home, say to him, hey, let's go to training. But this guy all the time training, and he cannot stop.
Love it. All right. Well, you got the matchup with Raoni Barcelos here. What do you think of him as an opponent?
I think this very, very, very hard guys, tough. He have hard punches, not bad kicks, and grappling's nice too. This is one of the tough guy with who I will fight, and we'll see. I'm gonna check him.
Nice. You train with a lot of champions of major organizations. How far do you feel you're away from being a champion as well?
I'm ready for will be champion. I'm really ready for fight with anybody in this world. Like doesn't matter which organization champion. Like I'm ready. I was training with very, very tough guys, and they didn't do like nothing. Understand? And I think I'm ready.
Yeah. You win here. Do you ask for specific opponents? Do you call anybody out trying to get to that title shot, or do you let the UFC decide?
I try to call guys, but nobody don't want to take this fight with me. I talked with Sean Shelby. I was talking with him, and he say, "Hey, I cannot find fight for you." And when they ask me, I will be fight with Barcelos, I say yes. I don't care with who. Even if somebody will be do debut, I will fight. I want to be active.
Nice. You're still very young, but do you feel like, you can be challenging for a title this year, or do you have time?
Sometimes, like in divisions, some guys injured, some guys busy, and they do. Who have who free fighters, they can give a chance. You understand? If like happening something like this, maybe I will come this year. But I think next year. This year I'm gonna do 3-4 fights, and in next year I think end of this year I will be contender number 1.
Nice. Last thing for me, your goal in this fight, is it just win, or is it to get a finish, do something spectacular so people are talking about you? What's your goal?
First of all, I wanna win, for sure, and I wanna show good fight. For sure, I'm gonna finish this guy.
Why exactly did Habib retire completely? Was it just the travel, or was it something else?
I didn't talk with him about this, about all this situation, and because I was cutting weight beginning, I have to be focused about my fight. When I will come to home, I will talk with him.
How important has he been in your corner, in all of the fighters' corners, and how big a difference will it be not having him there?
Of course, it is very big motivation when he close, and I don't know how become better, understand? But everything about you, always, if you have to training, if you always do good camp, good hard work, if you ready, this is not matter. You have to go inside the cage.
Hey, Umar. First of all, why don't you have a nickname?
Young Eagle.
Young Eagle, okay.
Yes.
That's awesome. I guess just, why do you think opponents are not fighting you? Is it just because of your last name? Is it because of your skill set? Like you said that not even ranked, like unranked fighters want to fight you.
In the top 10, everybody wanna fight who's up. They don't wanna fighting with somebody like the down, because if they lose to me, they're gonna go to more down. I think that's why.
Gotcha. And then finally, Islam is fighting next month. I just want your thoughts on his fight against Alexander Volkanovski.
I think Islam gonna be finished this guy. Islam's very, very talented. He's very tough. His power have like, I don't know, like tractor. He's very tough.
Awesome. Thank you.
How do you work on your English? Do you take classes or watch TV or listen to radio?
I talk with Javier Mendes always.
Quick question. Javier had talked to Usman about when he won the title, and he said, hey, when you win the title, you got to take me out to Michael Jordan's steakhouse. Are you going to take Usman up on a dinner offer as well if you get the win this weekend?
Когда Усман выиграл пояс, он, походу, попросил Хавьера, чтобы он его на ужин отвез к Майклу Джордану в ресторан. Ты тоже будешь его просить, когда станешь чемпионом?
No. I respect these guys, but he's a legend, but I don't care about dinner or lunch.
Okay, and I know you said a title shot's a long way a ways in the future, but if Aljamain Sterling is still the champion at that time, how do you think you compare to his style?
I think it will be very nice fight, and this guy take down everybody, and I think I didn't give him. I don't wanna give. I will.
I will not.
I will not give him take me down, and I can smash him in the strike. I think me better like in the strike. Even in the grapple, I don't scare his grapple. I don't scare his wrestling, and I'm already ready. I think I'm already ready. I'm 27. I'm ready for the fight with anybody. Don't care with who. But for me, just need to time. I need to couple wins for fighting for the title.
Умар, приветствую. Вот, знаешь, так исторически сложилось, что Раони Барселос, он дважды становился уже такой серьезной, первой серьезной проверкой в UFC для наших ребят. И с Саидом Нурмагомедовым был бой такой тяжелый, в итоге Саид проиграл. Потом с Тимуру Валиеву он дал такой очень тяжелый бой. Как, вот ты говоришь, что планируешь финишировать его, за счет чего у тебя это получится? И как считаешь, в чем, не знаю, главное неудобство, что ли, Раони Барселоса как соперника? Вот опять же в контексте этих двух боев.
Ну, я думаю, сам он крепыш, сам по телосложению, руки, ноги, все это, крепкий парень, скажем так. И на самом деле он для любого бойца в нашем дивизионе считается проверкой. А за счет чего я смогу его финишировать, я не знаю, как это здесь сказать. Мне это нужно пойти в клетку, показать. И я собираюсь это сделать.
Много с тобой говорили про Хабиба, про то, что вот его не будет на поединке, но есть еще один человек, которого, может быть, ждут в UFC. Хазбек получил в прошлом году американскую визу, и вот интересно, наверное, будет ли он на твоем поединке, станет ли для него это дебютным таким в качестве амбассадора?
На моем дебютном на моем бою его не будет, как я знаю, он не собирается в ближайшее время в Америку, но в будущем, я думаю, если Ислам будет здесь драться в Америке, на Ислама бой он точно прилетит, потому что они вдвоем с Хушета будут друг друга поддерживать.
Спасибо.
because you're not crawling underneath the table.
Ketlen, you've had back-to-back wins over former champions. Obviously, I'm just curious kind of what that's done for your confidence and belief in knowing that you can get wins like that.
Você vem de 2 vitórias contra 2 ex-campeãs. Qual é o efeito disso na sua confiança para essa luta agora?
Então, estou muito feliz, né, por esse resultado. Meu sonho sempre foi lutar com as melhores do mundo e vencê-la com certeza me deixa muito feliz. Mas eu sempre estou com o pé no chão e sei que agora é um grande desafio também. E eu sempre coloco na minha cabeça que a próxima luta é a mais importante, a próxima é a mais importante. Então, para mim, essa agora é a luta mais importante da minha carreira.
I'm very happy with my victories. I always had this dream on fighting the best fighters in the world. But I'm not. I don't get too overconfident. I have that in my mind that the next step is the most important step. So this fight is going to be the most important fight for me.
So they offer you this fight, and is there not any part of you that was pushing back and saying, "Can't we just move it 1 week so I can fight in Brazil?"
Quando te ofereceram essa luta, teve alguma parte de você que pensou, tem como adiar essa luta uma semana para eu poder lutar no card do Brasil?
Então, o importante para mim é estar lutando, né? Eu acredito que tudo é conforme a vontade de Deus. Se eu ainda não tive a oportunidade de lutar no Brasil, porque não era o momento, e quem sabe Deus não está preparando uma grande luta aí para ser minha estreia no Brasil.
Everything has a reason. I live in God's hand, so who knows? Maybe He has a better plan for me in the future. If I didn't have the chance to fight in Brazil yet, it's because He doesn't want us. So let's see the future.
Raquel, as an opponent, what do you think about her style, and what does she present to you as challenges?
A Raquel como oponente, que você vê no estilo dela, como você vê ela como sua oponente?
Então, a Raquel é uma atleta muito dura, né? Foi muito testada dentro do UFC, é uma atleta muito experiente, então isso torna ela muito, muito perigosa. Nada que eu vá apresentar para ela dentro da luta vai ser novidade, ela já passou por todo tipo de situações, já disputou um cinturão, vem de 4 vitórias seguidas, então, assim, eu estou muito focada, eu sei que tem que estar muito bem preparada para essa luta, a gente fez um bom camp, né, um camp bem duro ali, porque eu sei que vai ser uma grande luta diante de uma grande adversária.
Raquel is very, very tough. She has a lot of experience, and that makes her even tougher. And there's nothing I can bring to the cage that she hasn't faced before. And she even fought for the title. So I gotta be 100% focused for this fight. I gotta bring my 100% for this fight, and that's my plan. I know how tough she is.
Obviously, it's number 2 versus number 5 in the division, so it's a very important fight. Do you believe, or has anyone told you, that this is the number 1 contender fight?
Vai lutar número 2 contra o número 5 do ranking. Você acredita, ou se já foi dito isso para você, que quem vencer será a próxima?
Então, nada foi dito para mim, né? Mas muito se falou logo quando eu emplaquei 4 vitórias seguidas, que eu disputaria um cinturão, e isso acabou me atrapalhando um pouco, foi criando muitas expectativas em mim, né? Então agora eu penso um passo de cada vez. Para mim, quem está com o cinturão na cintura agora é a Raquel Pennington. Se eu não passar por ela, não vai existir nada, eu vou ter que trilhar um novo caminho. Então agora a gente está focada nela. E, cara, quem sabe do meu futuro é só Deus, né? Mas o que a gente quer agora é fazer uma boa luta e sair com o braço erguido de lá.
Nothing was told to me, so I don't even think about it. You know what? In the few years ago, when I had 4 victories, a lot of talk was about that. Maybe I have the chance to fight for the belt, and that was not good for me. So my mind right now is Raquel has a belt, and I gotta beat her. If I don't beat her, I'm not gonna fight for the belt. So she has a belt right now in my mind, and I leave everything in God's hands.
Last thing for me, I guess, what kind of fight do you think we see here, knowing that she's a veteran? I mean, is this a fight that you can go in and get a big finish and make a statement? Is this going to be a long, drawn-out battle? What kind of fight do you think we see?
Que tipo de luta você acha que a gente vai ver? Ela é uma veterana, como você mencionou. De repente você acha que você pode fazer uma luta rápida e fazer um grande discurso impactante com essa vitória? Ou você acha que pode ser uma luta longa e muito dura?
Então, acredito que vai ser uma luta muito dura. Como eu falei, eu sempre me preparo para o pior cenário possível, né? São 3 rounds, me preparei para lutar 3 rounds, é isso. Com certeza vai ser uma grande guerra, porque é uma grande oportunidade para mim, uma grande oportunidade também. Pode ser que ela venha também disputar um cinturão, né? Então, é uma oportunidade muito grande para ambas as duas, e com certeza ela vai vir muito bem preparada, e eu também.
To be honest,
I always prepare myself for the worst possible scenario. And the worst possible scenario is fighting 3 rounds, and that's what I'm ready for. So I know how tough she is. She fought for the belt before, so I gotta focus on that. And who knows? Maybe it's gonna be a very, very long and tough fight.